Why there are more and more single men out there? Have you ever thought about the reasons why? Picture this, you go on your dating apps, websites, oops, no match at all. And yesterday you sent out about 200 likes on your Tinder, Hinge, Coffee Meets Bagel, and another 50 DMs to some random hot girls on Instagram. And guess what? You get 0 reply, you get 0 like. Well, you probably get 1 match and you check out her profile. Great, she's a granny in her 70s. You may wonder, what is going on with this world? I am a decent guy, I tried my best, I think I deserve a lady in my life. Today, let's dive into this topic and try to make things easier to understand. Meanwhile, I will give some personal advice on feasible solutions. First of all, you need to understand there is inequality on today's dating market. It is always easier for girls to approach guys than for guys to approach girls. If a woman says, hey, I want to go to your place tonight, normally it sounds okay. If a man says, hey, go to my place tonight, normally it sounds creepy. Let's be honest, it has always been easier, much easier for women to hook up with men. Most girls get at least 10 to 20 likes daily on their dating apps. I mean most girls, okay? Unless she looks like this. Why it is like that? Because nowadays, most men, they don't get any match on dating apps at all. I mean, they don't even get a chance to talk to girls in real life. Sad to say, but most girls don't even look at them.
I just realized that, man. I'm gonna be single forever. And some people are like, that's sad. It's not sad. It's reality, bruh.
This kind of situation makes them become more proactive and lower their requirements about female. They just press the like button for almost every girl they met online. That's why even an average girl, they can get say 20 likes per day, while an average man get only probably 1 like a day. Due to complete disappointment from dating market, some men even become simps just for attention. There are some lonely and single men who spend their whole life saving on some OnlyFans girls or porn stars. Real stories. That is how desperate they are.
Every day I'm going to give you money, and all of my wages are going to go to you all the time because I think your life's perfect and your life should be so easy, and I shouldn't have any money in my whole life, so I'm going to give you money all the time.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone wants to date the hot girls online, but in a situation like this, trust me, most guys, they don't even mind talking to a mediocre woman. Why? Because otherwise they don't even get anyone to talk to. That is how brutal it is. When guys get no reply, they will become more desperate. When girls get more attention, they will become less desperate. It is always about the demand and supply. Biologically, most men think with their little brothers, and beauty has always played a very important role in women's life. An attractive woman will always catch more attention. Let's put it this way. Can a pretty man live a comfortable life as easy as a pretty woman does? No, the answer is definitely no. Secondly, women have high expectations nowadays. You may wonder why women are much more picky nowadays, why average guys don't stand a chance anymore. Some of you may say because women are much more spoiled nowadays. They want more from men. They are deeply influenced by Disney movies. They all want a Prince White who is young, handsome, and rich. These women are living in their dreams. However, women setting high standards is one thing. Whether they could find a man who meets all their requirements is another thing. One thing you have to understand is that when women are hitting the wall, it does not necessarily change what they want from a partner.
What's the minimum salary you expect from your future husband?
6 million.
6 million?
So you see a strange situation. There are more and more women end up being single in their 30s and 40s and still refuse to date an average guy. No compromise at all. That's also why more and more average men are unable to find a woman for a long time. Who got the girls all the time then? Those top 20% guys. I would say it is mutual. There is a cause, there is an effect. Due to today's hyper competition and crazy living cost, an average working class man is no longer able to raise a family by himself. I mean, he can't even afford to buy a property on his own. Of course, he would expect his partner to bring money home as well, which sounds reasonable. You got to pay for the mortgage and bills. Then once a woman begins to bring money home, very quickly she would realize something. Wait a minute. I'm making money too. I'm paying the mortgage, the bills too. And I might go through a lot of traumas to have a child later. Why should I do the housework then? Why should I do the laundry and wash dishes then? Why should I listen to you or make any compromises every time when we have argument then? How much more money do you make? Guess what? I think I'm fine living by myself. Meanwhile, women feel the pressure of living costs in today's society as well, especially those who are not doing well financially themselves. There is an urge for them to find a successful man, a man who is a good provider material, who can provide her and the children a stable life. That's why more and more women are setting the standards higher and higher for external reasons. An average man is no longer able to find a decent woman as easy as decades ago. I mean, with today's house price, how many guys are able to buy a property before 35? How many? There are so many guys who are still living with their parents in their 40s and 50s. Oh my god. Most average guys, they don't even make the cut nowadays. On today's dating market, the top 20% guys got almost all the girls and the rest got nothing. The top 20% guys, they get as many women as they want and you got no women. You are still able to get a woman if you lower your requirements to a certain degree, but most of you wouldn't do that either. What's more, as more and more women are highly educated nowadays, they make their own money and they have different values towards life compared to their mothers. In this case, marriage and kids are no longer valued as something they must have in life. They may regret at times when they are reached, say, 35 to 40, but marriage and kids are not something they can't live without in their life. They set their standards high and try their luck all the time. Normally, they don't change their principles or lifestyle to adapt to yours. If it doesn't work out, they are fine with being single. Thirdly, nowadays, more women act like men and more men act like women. As you can see, there are more and more feminists. They want equality, they want everything to be fair. In my opinion, nothing is 100% fair. Everything is biased to a degree. Plus, women and men are just different. There are some things women are better at, and there are some things men are better at. So personally, I don't like extreme feminism. It just doesn't work. What do you mean you don't need men anymore in your life? Of course you do. Your plumber is a man. Your house builders are men. The cops you called last Friday night are men. Certainly, extreme feminism killed femininity. The same as how toxic masculinity killed masculinity. That's why more women act like men and more men act like women nowadays. It is so messed up. One thing I also find disgusting is mgtow. What does that even mean? Men go their own way? mgtow, it means an online community that encourages men to separate themselves from women completely, since they believe that women in today's society are completely ruined by feminism, and they believe that women are dangerous creatures. No women in my life, thanks. I'm fine, I'm cool without dating. I will just watch porn and masturbate every night at home until I am 80 years old. Get lost. The last but not the least, your profile and bio are so boring. When you are looking for a job, you know how to make your resume outstanding and competitive. Somehow when you're looking for a partner, you just write down some random crap on your profile. Hey, my name is Jack. I am 40 years old. I am easygoing. I love football and fishing. Live, laugh, love. Do you think it is interesting at all? Okay, Jack, the fish guy, what's so special about you? I don't want to eat fish for the rest of my life. Imagine a girl who gets 50 guys trying to approach her date daily on Tinder, do you seriously think that she would reply to you after seeing your tedious profile and bio? That's why you don't get any reply at all, man. You lose the game at the very first step. Come on, try spend a little bit more time to build a funny and attractive profile, okay? Don't be so lazy. Your profile has to be as outstanding and interesting as your resume. Wait, what? Your resume sucks too? Well, unfortunately, for most men nowadays, the dating market is brutal unless you have some really outstanding advantages such as good looking, good figure, good income, charming personality, a very strong and good family background, etc. Otherwise, you are out of the game.
I'm a 10. I'm an 11 out of 10, and you're approaching me.
Yeah. So
What? Like, who gave you the audacity?
Well,
You're like the ugliest thing in the world.
Sad thing is that how do women get to know your personality or charisma if they don't even want to give you a reply at all? Well, I will give you solutions in my next video.